As y'all know, I've been telling y'all about my old stories when I was on panels. I went over 100 panels. And I was on one of these panels, and a lady was an actual OnlyFans model. It's true story, true story. She was actually current OnlyFans sex worker, and I had no problem with that. But I've already told y'all this story, but I want to be very specific so nobody gets confused. Because they had asked me about what is a slut, and a lot of the men that was on that panel, a lot of them took offense to it. Can you believe that? That shocked me too. It shocked the hell out of me. The men, the men on the panel, they got offended, not the women. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. There was about maybe one or two women that got offended, but I got more pushback from men when I told them the definition of a slut. And so essentially, I had to give them the etymology of the word, but I specifically told them based on my book what I define a woman as. And so here it is. What is a slut? A slut, based on what I wrote in my book, is a dating and mating status. Okay? It is a dating and mating status. If you want to know a good example of a dating and mating status concept, is the word virgin. When you hear the word virgin, what do you automatically think? Oh, that's a person who never had sexual activity. That could be a man or a woman. See? So that's a dating and mating status. You get it? Well, the word slut is that's what it is. If you look up the etymology of the word slut, it's a Slavic word. It's believed to start around the 15th to 16th century, and it started around in that area as a dirty woman in terms of dating and mating. All right. And then it went over to the Victorian era, and the Victorian women specifically labeled women who were non virgin brides that were not prostitutes sluts. That's what a slut is. It is a non virgin bride, a secret promiscuous woman who is not a prostitute. That's very important because a prostitute is also what? A non virgin bride. But what's the difference? A prostitute is an open, honest, upfront promiscuous woman. See the difference? Do you see the key there? You don't know. Well, let me say this. You know, when you meet a prostitute, you know exactly her dating and mating status. She's gonna tell you, hey, purse first, ass last. Shout out to Pimp Ken. All right, but that's it. You know the rules with a prostitute, which is what? A sex worker. Never turn a pro, a hoe, a sugar baby, escort, cash app girl into a housewife. That's it. See? But see, the Victorian era women were very smart. They were some mean women. Some mean women, boy. And they figured out real quick that, we got some of these women who are not prostitutes, but they acting like they faking like they virgins. And they got it on with somebody. And they used to say things like, this woman is not fit for this good, noble man. Look that statement up. The word spinster comes out of that era, the Victorian women era. And the word thornback. Look that up. So when I told everybody this, they was like, wow. And the men got upset with me. I'm not lying. I'm dead serious. The women were like, wow, this is fascinating. No one never told us all this. I said, I didn't know it either until I looked it up. True story. I heard the word slut, from Amber Rose and all these people. And I think girls like PP Cocaine. And then you got Taylor Swift. Shout out to Taylor Swift. And others, they've made millions of dollars off that word. And it is what it is. It's a very, very hard word. It's like the N word. It's like the virgin word. Virgin is a very hard word. Most people don't even like saying that word. When I say virgin bride is the standard, people get on high alert. They blood start boiling. I'm serious. So it's a very, very distinctive word, slut. It's a dirty woman. But when I told the men this, the men were, you'd be surprised. They were coming at me hard. And one guy asked me, he said, so are you calling all women who are non virgin brides sluts? I said, yes, if they've had sex one time, just one time out of the institution of marriage, that makes them a slut. That's what their dating and mating status is. And the guy said, well, I don't consider that a slut. I consider a woman a slut who slept with a lot of men. And all the women started laughing. And y'all might know where I'm going with this. So I naturally asked him, I said, how you gonna know how many men she slept with? Really? You really think you know how many women, I mean, how many, or women too, how many people a non virgin bride, a slut, has slept with? Please enlighten us. He got quiet as a mouse. You can hear a mouse fart, as we say down south. He got so quiet. He couldn't say nothing. And then one guy, the other guy came up. He said, well, if you calling every woman who's had sex outside of marriage one time a slut, are you calling your mama that? I said, that's an excellent question. And I asked him this. I said, do you think it would seem fair, logical, balanced, or even reasonable for me to come on this platform and call every woman who's had sex outside the institution of marriage one time a slut and not include my family members? And not include my daughter? I don't have one right now, but if I had one, you think I would do something like that? And he was huffing up. You know how somebody want to huff up in a response, and he stopped mid sentence. He said, "So you calling your mama a slut?" I say, "Absolutely, my mama's a slut. My mama got 4 baby daddies. I didn't do that. She did that. She had sex outside the institution of marriage one time. Has 4 baby daddies. Why would I not include them?" I say, wouldn't that be disingenuous? Wouldn't that discredit my theories about dating and mating as a system if I left out my family member? He got real quiet. He got real quiet. And then a lady jumped up. She said, you know what, Alpha? I can't stand you and I love you at the same time. I said, I'm used to that. I'm a Leo. And she said, what's the name of your book? I would like to read it.